Charlie. I'm one of the TAs for the School of Informatics, particularly associated with the Department of Computing, who are mostly responsible for delivering the common first year on computer science programmes, and I'm involved with supporting that. I teach on one course and support 3 or 4 others. I'm also involved in a couple of second year programmes and again providing tutorial support. Again, I think what we do is sit in between the lecturer and the student, provide a sort of channel for communication between the two, hopefully sort of flesh out the course and provide an alternate perspective, but at the same time to some degree authoritative. I think the first year at university is kind of a big confusing experience, and I think it probably helps to be somewhat more approachable, especially when you consider you have lecturers teaching sort of 200 and 250 students in a class at a time. They can seem sort of distant, whereas because I work with smaller groups, or groups of 30 or so, I think the TAs in general have a more approachable feel to them, and I think that's probably why people felt comfortable talking to me about sort of the coursework and so forth. No, I guess it's just a two-way street of just respect, because again I think that as I've progressed and become more confident with the subject, I get further and further away from knowing the things that the students face when they're trying to pick up initial things. And I think the key thing I try and do is remember how I was back then, and try and not say things like, no, that's a really stupid thing to do, but say things like, yeah, okay, I see why you went down that route, but a better approach would be. So again, trying to build this kind of constructivist type relationship where we're both trying towards a goal of the learning. Students bring lots of different things to the thing they're trying to learn, and lots of different approaches. I think the only thing that really serves you well is a thorough knowledge of the subject that you're trying to teach, because there will be questions that come completely out of left field, and if you don't have a detailed knowledge of what you're trying to convey and be sort of fairly sure about it, then you will wind up leading people down the wrong path. So be prepared. I've developed in a few different ways since I've come here, particularly in terms of large group teaching, which I hadn't really done that much of. And again, I think the things I've learned out of that have been to try and treat the large group as a monolithic entity and try and build a relationship with it, and that's been quite an interesting part of how my practice has developed, and how valued that is. It's open to question, but I think that's probably the thing I've taken away most in terms of how I developed in teaching for the last couple of years. So, yeah.